I found out that over 700 children had died, so it was underreported 2 years ago. Two, I found out that 1,500 children were very sick and at the verge of losing their life. Three, no single healthcare intervention, no government present, nothing. So no single cent on the dollar or no single kobo of the billions that was approved and released got to this community. And I asked them,
Can you tell us a little bit about how you first came up with the idea from code? Did you have it and many years it took before you set it up? Had you always been advocating from being a Boy Scout and seeing communities?
honestly, all of this was never planned. I remember just watching television and there was news flash that over 400 children had died due to artisanal Zamfara State, that's northwest Nigeria. And I remember government announcing it as a national emergency, and from their response, they released billions of naira, which is millions of dollars. And so 2 years afterwards, I was trying to get knowledge and information on how government responded and what was the plight of the people, and what kind of intervention went to the community. So I went to the Ministry of Health, I went to the Ministry of Mines and Solid Minerals, and the Ministry of Environment, and nobody could really, put me to what has happened or share knowledge or information. So I got frustrated and I got on the bus going to Zamfara State. And interestingly, that was my first time going to the state. It took me over 7 hours to go to the capital under about 40, 42 degrees, so it was really hot. And so I got to the capital and I was told I still have to travel further. I got on another vehicle that took me about 4.5 hours on a terrible road. I got to that our local government, this Anchor local government. I was told, well, I still have to travel further. So, wow. So this time I had to go on a motorbike, a donkey, or a horse. So I rode on a motorbike. And there was no roads, it was a pathway. It took me about 4 hours. So finally I got to this community. One, I found out that over 700 children had died, so it was underreported 2 years ago. Two, I found out that 1,500 children were very sick and at the verge of losing their life. Three, no single healthcare intervention, no government present, nothing. So no single cent on the dollar or no single kobo of the billions that was approved and released got to this community. And I asked them, are you aware? Are you informed? They say, yeah, they had on radio that government had released money, but they've been waiting for over 2 years. Like, wow. And so for me, with the permission of the communities, on my smartphone, I took pictures and videos, which is amateur pictures and videos. I came back to Abuja and I started a campaign on Twitter. So this entire organization first started on Twitter, which is now X. Yes, so what I was doing was aggregating the information, sharing the pictures and video, and people could relate because everyone is from some community or village. Mm-hmm. And these grandmothers who I spoke to in a household, they've lost 14 children. I spoke to a mother who has lost 3 children. I spoke to rural miners because I wanted to get to the root of the problem. By the way, to access the mining site, I had to take another motorbike and we rode for another 2 hours deep into the forest. At that point, there was no network on my mobile phone. I was literally in the middle of nowhere. So I spoke to local miners. So why are you mining when you know it's killing children? For them, it's about coming out of poverty, being able to fend for their family and provide shelter and food. So with the campaign, in less than 48 hours, it went viral. So from Twitter, it went to the international media that picked it up, and it came to mainstream media in country, and it became a national and international conversation about the plight of rural communities who were ravaged by lead poisoning. And in less than 72 hours, the then President Goodluck Jonathan, approved the sum of $5.3 million that was needed. And that's how we came about Follow the Money. And for us, we wanted to answer, where is the funds coming from? Federal government. Where is it going to? The state, particularly the rural communities. And how is this fund being utilized, most importantly, to ensure that it doesn't get to private pocket like previous money?